if you feel like you're socially awkward, if you feel like you get anxious when you talk to strangers, when you talk to new people, maybe at your job, maybe in day to day life, you feel like you can't really communicate your thoughts. And when you do, unless it's a close friend, you feel like you get nervous to communicate your thoughts. You have to get rid of that right now. And I'm telling you, it's free. That's the great thing about it. It's free to practice and to learn how to effectively communicate your thoughts and how to have conversations with people. Because one thing that we all need, whether it's men, whether it's women, whether it's successful, not successful, someone who works a job, someone who's a businessman, someone who's good with ladies, someone who's not, we all need to communicate. We all need to communicate because if we don't know how to get across our thoughts and our opinions in a way that other people can relate with and resonate with, then you will forever stay stuck in life, because not even someone who is just a YouTuber or someone who's a public speaker or someone who's an entrepreneur, if you are someone who works a job and you want a job that pays more, guess what? You have to effectively communicate to your manager, to your boss, why you are a valuable employee and why they need to pay you more. If you want a new job and you go to an interview, see, a lot of people focus on resume, but if you have a good resume, but you don't know how to communicate your value, the next man might have some qualifications. You might have more qualifications than the next man, but that man knows how to effectively communicate his thoughts. He's going to get the position over you. So at the end of the day, we all need to learn how to master our tongue, how to master communication. And I'm telling you, it's easy if you simply want to learn, if you simply want to become better. If you have the desire, it becomes easy. Why? Because if you make a constant effort every single day, I promise you, you will get better. And I'm not talking about just talking normally. I'm talking about you're constantly making an effort. You're picking up books. This is a good one, How to Win Friends and Influence People. This is a good one. It's going to teach you about communication. And not only books, you want audiobooks. You want to watch YouTube videos on communication, on public speaking. You want to record yourself, go back, watch the video, see where you're messing up. See, I've made 400 videos. Now that I look at my YouTube, I've made 400 videos total. If you go back to my first video, I fucking suck. I suck. But how did I get better? Simply recording myself. If it hadn't started there at the first video, the first time I pressed record, I wouldn't be an effective communicator today. So even if I don't have thousands of subscribers, I don't care, because the value that this has brought into my life in order to communicate my thoughts to my family, to my friends, to my woman, to people that I sell to, whatever it is, the value that it has brought to my life is tremendous. So I will never stop doing this because, like I said, all it takes is for you to record yourself, go back, see where you're messing up. If you want to become a better communicator, if you feel shy, if you feel introverted, record yourself. Look back and see, where are you saying where are you saying ah. The only reason why you feel nervous when talking to people, you feel like you're anxious when you talk to people, is because, like I've always said, competence breeds confidence. So if you're not competent in an area, you're not going to be very confident. So if you don't know what competence is knowing how to do something, and that will bring confidence, believing in yourself. So if you feel like you stutter, if you feel like you're nervous when you talk to someone, it's because you're not confident in your ability, because you know you're lacking in that area. Tell me this, if you practice your speech, if you practice communicating your thoughts effectively, and let's say you've made 400 videos, right? And you know for sure you can communicate effectively. Are you going to get nervous talking to people when you know you can communicate? The only reason you get nervous is because you don't know how to communicate your thoughts. You don't know how to communicate your opinions. You don't know how to say something and someone can resonate with it. So once you learn how to do that by conscious effort daily, every single day, guess what? You're not going to get nervous anymore. A stranger walks by, you talk to them just fine. Because at the end of the day, you don't see them as being above you. When you are scared to speak to someone, it's almost as if you see them up here and you see yourself down here. So when you see yourself down here, you're looking up to them. So when you're looking up to someone, you feel like you got to walk on eggshells. Like you're afraid of what you might say. You might say the wrong thing. You might offend them. They might not like what you say. But when you are confident in how you speak, you're confident in your communication skills, it doesn't matter because it's just two humans having a conversation. It's not two humans. You're trying to feel like you're trying to prove yourself to them. You're just two people having a conversation. Like I said, my key points for you to become a better communicator, because if you don't know how to communicate your thoughts, guess what? The woman that you want, you won't be able to get her because you can't communicate to her and you can't make her fall in love. Because guess what? If you are a handsome man and a woman likes you, she's attracted to you, but then she comes up to you and she talks to you and you don't know how to communicate, you don't know how to make her feel some type of way, then she's just not going to fall in love with you because the looks is not enough. The looks is not enough. You can be the flyest motherfucker. You could be handsome as hell. And guess what? If you don't know how to communicate, you're not going to give her that feeling. The bum next door that doesn't know how to dress and is funny and it probably isn't as handsome as you, but he knows how to speak. He knows how to make her feel some type of way. He knows how to make her laugh. That man is going to get her over you because you're over here stuttering. And guess what? You know why you're stuttering? Because you don't know how to do what it is you're doing. Because if you count to 5, you don't have to say why? Because you know how to count to 5. So if you have to say before you speak, it's because you haven't consciously put in the effort to become a better speaker. And believe me, I am an introvert. At one point in my life, I was not the best communicator because, like I said, I'm an introvert. I like to speak, well, back in the day. At this point, I don't really care. I'll speak to anyone. I've broken free from that. But back then, in my younger days, since I'm an introvert, I like to speak to people who, only I'm close with and I like to have deep conversations with. I don't really like small talk too much. I was not the best communicator, but with practice, if you go back to my first video, you will see it. You will see that I am not the best communicator. I didn't know how to enunciate my words. I took forever to make a clear and concise point. And at the end of the day, I'm still a work in art. I will never think I am finished, and neither should you. You should never think you're good enough because there's always someone out there who can communicate better, and so can you. It's not about comparing yourself to someone else. It's not about saying that person is better than me, so I will never be good enough. No, it's understanding if someone is at a higher level than you at anything in life, it's not about comparing yourself and making you feel like you're less than. It's about saying if that person reached that potential, then that person is no different than me. And if that person reached that potential, that means my potential is up here. My limit is up here. So if I'm down here and they're up there, that means I still haven't reached my full potential. So the people who say, "Oh, you don't need to climb to the top. There's always going to be more things in life and you don't need to." Those are people who have settled. It's plain and simple. People who are afraid of the commitment that it takes to reaching your full potential. Because if someone out there has done something in this life, they are no better than you. They are a human being just like you. They wake up, they have to eat just like you. They have to sleep just like you. They have to drink water just like you. So if that person reached that potential, that means that so can you. So the reason people get scared is because of the call to action that it takes to reaching your full potential. The constant the constant pain that you have to inflict on yourself through self-inflicted adversity in order to reach that potential. So if you see someone who's a better communicator than you and you look at yourself and you're down here, don't feel like you're less than. Understand that person is the example of what you could be. That person has set the bar up here so that you can strive to reach your full potential. It's not about comparing yourself. Don't compare yourself and don't say that person's better than me. No, they're a regular human being just like you. It just goes to show that you can reach that level too if you just dedicate yourself, if you have the desire to improve, and you fully commit. All right, guys, that's the video for today. Let me know what you think down below. I love reading the comments, whether they're good, whether they're bad, especially the bad ones. That shit kills me. These motherfuckers are stupid as hell. All right, like the video and subscribe. Peace out.